The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in the podcast belong solely to the hosts and not the host's past, present, or future employers. Hello all, this is Brian for Breaking Down Security. This week is our discussion on log analysis. We're sitting down with Miss Berlin because we wanted to, just pick her brain on all things log analysis. This is a passion of hers. It's a passion of Mr. Betcher's as well, because there's a lot that can be gleaned from machine output and telemetry that can tell you all kinds of things, indicators of compromise, threats that you might not have, and even, I wouldn't say less mundane, but like performance issues, and performance issues could be, your web application is not good, it's clunky, or it could be, your indicator could be that there's an active denial of service occurring on your site, or you have some application logic issues. There's a ton of things that can come out of log files. If the problem is they need tuning, they need to be able to be trusted, they need to be centralized so that you can create the timelines that you need, the playbooks in this case that say, okay, I see this condition, I need to do X, or I don't see this condition, I need to do Y, that kind of thing. So this week is part of our 2-hour Twitch stream that we did. We created 2 30-minute segments, so you'll hear one this week and one next week that we are creating regular content on our Twitch stream now, and it's a bit more free form, I would argue, than we've historically done. I don't hate it. I'm still feeling our way through on how to do the podcast format, if there is such a thing now. If you are interested in, being live with Mr. Betcher, Miss Berlin, and myself, we have a schedule on twitch.tv/breaksec. You can join us. We are doing an OSCP study group on the weekends, running through some of the more famous VulnHub vulnerable VMs. Like I have a video up as of now on Twitch and our YouTube channel on Keyoptrix. We're following several well-known blogs on how to prep for OSCP. The idea being that if you don't have the $1,000 to pay for lab time initially, you can use, and you are trying to practice up so that you're not wasting your OSCP lab time trying to learn how to use different tools or what have you. These sessions will be great to help you understand overarching issues or tooling like Metasploit or Nikto or SQL Map. Some things that you're allowed to use on the OSCP tests, some that you're not. That way, when you get in there for your OSCP, you're not having to spend 8 hours trying to understand how Metasploit works or how to intercept a burp request or what have you. So ideally, we're going to be going through, the links in our notes for this week on our show, highlight the blog posts that we'll be following. There's, about 20 or 30 vulnerable VMs that you can get from VulnHub. And then Rana Khalil, which is an excellent blog, had highlighted about 47 that hack the box ones that have been either recently retired or should be available. And we'll be going through those. So, we've got a ton of content out there that is going to occur, I hope. We need your support. If, you can come out and just watch me flail, if you've ever gone to a conference and seen the demo gods be unkind to a speaker, that's kind of how it is with me when I'm going through these things, because I'm learning as I go too. I'm not a pen tester. I'm going to be learning right along with you. So there are no wrong answers. We may spend 2 hours trying to get a shell to work. So there's definitely a learning experience there. But come join us. We also have the podcast. We're going to be doing a book club potentially this summer. whatever events you might find important is what we want to do. So we're going to get started here with our discussion, Miss Berlin and myself, on logging IOCs and threats. So have a great week. But yeah, I mean,
It's fun work.
is it fun? I mean, is it? I mean,
It's a sweet gig. Like, I don't have to talk to customers. I'm not on call.
right.
I get, I mean, I'm leading the charge on what's important as far as what detections we create next.
Okay.
So I kind of just get to, like, we work in sprints. So our sprints
Right.
align with engineering. So we
Right.
have 2 week sprints at a time. And we work on our sprint stuff. And that's it. Like,
Hmm.
we're only bound by our own stress level. Like, we don't have, like, sure, if there's an O day that comes out, like, we try and hurry up and get that done as far as detection. Or
Right.
if a customer gets breached, like, we try and get them as much of information as fast as possible. But other than that, like, it's chill. They're like, oh, we're going to work on this handful of things out of Atomic Red Team today.
Right.
And
Okay.
we just do it. Like, it's really chill. Super fun.
Right.
You get to, like, play in the lab, detonate some malware, run some tests, and you look at the logs.
Right. Speaking of malware, I had found this. Somebody had posted up a GitHub page for malware samples, analysis exercise, and other interesting resources. So I put a link in
That's
the
cool.
chat window for that. I swear, if you go to that site, there are real malware samples on that site. So if you just blindly double click or do anything on that site, you will pwn yourself. So be careful and know what you're doing before you. It's like giving somebody a loaded weapon and don't ask them to turn it on themselves. But there's a ton of stuff in here. I found this. I was going to go over some of this with Mr. Betcher, but yeah, there's maldoc templates. There's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, here's a fork. Don't stick it in the electrical outlet. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that link is some of the weirdest looking stuff I've ever seen. But so all right, Miss Berlin, you told us about analyzing malware. Do you ever have how does updating your IOCs look like? Let's say you use this link. Hey Brian, cool, this is great. I'm looking at some of the stuff from December where Loki's on here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever use sites like this to update your log IOCs, or how do you handle different flavors of IOC, or like different variants of, say, a Loki or a Hansett or a CACbot or something like that? Do you actually, do you do like the EDR companies where you have like classifications like, Lumpy Panda or, ED Bear or something like that?
So we do our best to tie to MITRE and
Okay.
look at more behavioral based things. Right. So if there's like specific IOCs that we need to put in there, like this file or this path or this IP address or anything like that, those usually go in the threat feed.
Mm-hmm.
And we have just constant searches for those IOCs across logs.
Right.
But above and beyond that, it's like, oh, well, this file gets dropped in this specific location, but then it like dumps the hashes or it runs this and it modifies a piece of the registry that shouldn't be modified. Like, we'll look at that. Oh, this piece of the registry should never be modified no matter what's modifying it. We'll look
Right.
at that instead. So it's more a behavioral based thing. Like, those behaviors should not happen, not necessarily a specific IOC.
Okay. Trying to pop something in the chat. Yeah, I found the log about. Let me see. So it says it's not you. Windows security logs don't make sense. Windows logs designed to track the execution of application, regardless of whether this facilitates cyber investigations or not. And I said, it starts out
Where are
talking
you
about,
at? Where are you reading that
I'm
at?
so I I'm reading this. All right, damn it. I have to start up Slack on my box. One of the things is it's like my laptop sounds like a damn jet engine whenever I'm using Streamlabs, so I have to turn
Well,
on
like,
performance mode and other stuff, and I have to turn off Slack and Discord and all this stuff because
yeah.
yeah, it's awful. So
The problem is I have two laptops, so like when I try to do like stuff,
right
other stuff, it's over here instead of like.
there you
So
go.
I have to like. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a medium. All right.
All right, yeah, medium.
No, Windows
It's a
logs are
fairly
terrible.
yeah. So it's like an account was successfully logged on. It's like Windows events have a subject target pattern to many events. This makes sense for events like 4720 account created or 4656 a handle to an object was requested. But the event in event ID 4624 is actually the computer, not the user, which is an account was successfully logged on. So it doesn't make
Yes.
any delineation about whether or not it's the user that logged on or if the computer's using a service account that it's using to, process or do what have you.
You know who this sucks for?
Who's that?
The people that write our parsers.
Really?
Yeah, because like currently we have one person. Her name's Anna, and she's amazing because no one wants to do parser work, but she likes it.
Right.
So when we started, like, how many Windows event IDs are there? Thousands, right?
Thousands.
She starts parsing them, like gets through the first couple dozen. And we're like, this is really weird because like I ran this test and what you're categorizing as the user is definitely the computer name. That's because it's like subject computer account or what is it? Subject computer account, subject domain account. I don't know. There's like a bunch of really long, complicated XML that ends up being in a Windows Event ID. And sometimes it's the computer, sometimes it's a user, sometimes it's a service account, sometimes it's an admin account, sometimes it's a local account. And it is super frustrating because you have to map those to what they belong to know. And it's ridiculous.
Yep. Yeah. The thing is though, Windows knows what it's talking about. It's you having to analyze. Well, is this a user? Like you said, a service.
That's why Defender's so good.
How come? Why is that?
Because they know, like, that's their product. They know how Windows works.
Yeah.
And they have the source code.
Oh, right.
Like,
right.
They can do things that other products cannot do.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes for a difficult time because if you're not fully in that environment, I mean, you're the third party coming in. There you go.
Sorry.
You got
Late
me,
here.
damn it. See, I'm not a psychopath, so I sympathize. So
I went to the Tool concert last night.
Okay.
I'm very tired. It was amazing.
How was it? Was?
Yeah, it was really good. So the opening band really sucked.
What was that band?
The Acid Helps.
The Acid Helps.
Yeah.
Is it the Acid Helps or is it Acid Helps?
I think it's the Acid Helps.
Okay.
Real bad. Like garage band dude just like wailing on the cymbals.
Needs more
90% of the time. They had one good song. And it was really weird. So they had 4 or 5 guys on the stage. And this is at Quicken Loans Arena.
Okay.
Which is in downtown Cleveland. And huge. It's where the Cavs play. So big stadium.
Right.
And they have this huge screen up behind them. And it has their band name on it. And the guys are playing in front of it. But the only video they have projecting is on like a 40-inch TV screen behind the drummer.
Oh, wow.
And like their name is 50, 60 feet high.
Right.
But then they just have like a little TV. It was really weird.
Well, it fits with the garage band thing, right? So
it was bad.
Oh, that's too bad.
But Tool was amazing.
Yeah? Did you get
Yeah.
down in the? Is mosh pit still a thing?
You weren't allowed to mosh there.
Oh, okay. I
But like we had a clubhouse suite thing.
oh
Of just like a
fancy.
dozen people.
So you weren't down there in Gen Pop with everyone else on the
We were
floors
looking
too.
down on the peasants.
Oh, that's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like down there? And yes,
As we
show.
throw like our extra chicken wings, like
Oh. Oh no, you did not.
no, no,
Okay, good. All right. Woo.
that'd be
Oh my
hilarious, but I wouldn't
goodness.
do that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't go to concerts. Well, okay, I haven't gone to a concert in a while. I think we saw here at the Tacoma Dome, Fleetwood Mac was here,
Ooh,
which my wife is a big fan of, but unfortunately she couldn't go because she had to go to school. So me and my daughter got like pretty much on the side of the stage kind of thing for Fleetwood Mac, and that was pretty good. I love Stevie Nicks. I celebrate his entire catalog. So,
nice.
you know, that joke doesn't get old. Trust me. Yeah. My wife still hates me every time I say that. She's like, "God damn it." Yeah.
No, we watched. Let's see here. This last fall, we went and saw Breaking Benjamin and Papa Roach.
Man,
Which there,
those are some throwbacks, ain't they?
right? There was a mosh pit there, but way less people. Way less
Wow.
people. And then,
Well, you break a hip if you get in the mosh pit. How am
oh
I
yeah,
getting the mosh pit?
that's not for me. And then we're gonna go watch. Have you ever heard of AJR?
AJR. No.
Okay, that's like a pop. I don't think they're pop. I don't know. I have a hard time like classifying music.
Three white dudes with the man bun. Okay, that's all I
Yes.
need to know. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But it's my middle son's favorite band. So we're gonna go watch them in June.
Okay. I may have heard their music.
I'm sure you've heard a couple of them.
Okay.
They have like a duo with Christina Aguilera and I don't know some other
Oh, is
people.
that Say Something I'm Giving Up on You or
Yes.
something?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I've heard
yeah.
that one. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad rendition. So, yeah, I don't
No,
hate that.
they're pretty
so.
good.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'd break a hip or something if I was in the mosh pit. So, I'm a lover, not a fighter. So,
I'd love to see Blink 182. I loved watching never remember the name of them. The one that was a derby.
oh, hell, I didn't go and see any musical groups while I was there.
What?
The only one I didn't, no, I didn't want to be in there. Loud music and stuff. I mean, Mike, was it not Tubular Bells? Oldenfeld? Oakenfold? Oakenfold.
Isn't
Paul
that an old
Oakenfold.
dude?
No.
That's an old guy, isn't it?
I forget his name. Oakenshield? No, that's a dwarf.
What's a dwarf?
Oakenshield. It's not Oakenshield. Um, I'm sure it's Paul Oakenfold, right? EDM, very.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Oakenfield.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
Offspring.
Oakenfield.
Offspring. When I watched
Oh, wow.
Offspring, they were really good.
Right. Okay.
That
Yeah,
was
see,
the
I
one
don't
I
get
was
to-
on stage in front of.
Everyone goes to Cleveland to do their musics and stuff. So, yeah. There's not much of a music scene here in Seattle. We don't have much in the way of music.
You have
So,
folk music.
well, we used to be cool, and then kombucha came out and ruined it for everybody. So, and man buns. So,
Fantastic.
yeah, Paul Oakenfold. Yeah, that's what it is. So, yeah, that was the only one that I would have seen at DerbyCon. I don't watch. Queen. Sorry, Queen. I didn't mean to get you there. Yeah, no. I have heard great things about KEXP terrestrial radio, but I have stopped listening to terrestrial radio. If it isn't lo-fi chill, I'm pretty much in on that. And of course, I still listen to the grunge stuff. Nirvana, Temple of the Dog, and all that. Yeah. when I was concerts as a kid, but then I turned 18 and became poor. Oh, yeah.
I only went to country concerts when I was younger.
Yeah, see, I don't,
I
yeah,
didn't know that. Fun fact: I didn't know there's anything other than country music until I got into ninth or 10th grade. I
oh
thought that
my
was
God.
music. I didn't think there was anything
Country,
else.
we have both kinds, country and Western. So, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I lived in the Midwest, so yeah, it was, we were all indoctrinated by rock music is all about drugs and stuff, and drugs are bad. Okay, so yeah, you want to, but
I
yeah,
signed the pledge.
yeah, no shit with the Dare program stuff. Oh my god, oh my god,
It
yeah.
just
How
taught
long
you
they
what all the
were?
cool street names were.
That's right, that's right. Yep. But yeah, I listened to my rebellious age was listening to Nirvana and Metallica. So
I'm about to
yeah,
blow my nose on the stream. I'm going to turn off my audio real quick.
okay. Oh, that's one of those poor man's PTZ cameras. Except all she's doing is just moving her camera. I looked at those PTZ cameras that streamers have, like high rollers and stuff. I'm not paying $4,000 for a camera just so it goes. You're still muted, by the way.
So now I can move my laptop just fine.
There you go. Yeah.
I did get a nice HD camera though.
I've upgraded mine. I almost threw away my SLR, my mirrorless SLR. I have a Canon T2i, and last ditch effort, I went and looked online to see if maybe I could use it as a webcam, and Canon actually has a webcam driver that you can use, and you plug it in and you can use your DSLR for, so I'm using like the 1855 lens, and I can zoom in and zoom out, and I have,
What? You
yeah,
have a T2i and it does that?
yeah,
I have
I'm
a
using it
T2i.
right now.
I have a
Yeah.
T2i.
Yeah, you can use it as a webcam. It's pretty badass. And all you need to do is go to Amazon and buy like a $20 AC plug-in that will also go up in and act as a battery adapter, so you don't have to burn up your batteries to do long-term stuff. So I bought like a $26 adapter for that, and works a treat. So, yeah.
Huh.
I even have a wide-angle lens for it if I wanted to use like a wide-angle lens that
Yeah,
would
me
get
too.
like. Yeah, I got a telephoto lens, and I have this wide angle fisheye lens type thing. So, yeah. I've been totally geeking out on this stuff. So I'll probably never make money on these streams because I've spent way too much money. I'm an idiot. I'm the guy who goes and buys a $5,000 set of golf clubs, and I golf once. So, if I didn't do a weekly audio podcast, this would have been a complete waste of money. But yeah, so yeah. Hey, Pastry
Get paid
Dad.
for the podcast?
No, actually, I don't. All this stuff is out of my own pocket, so I'm not even doing it right. It's like, oh, I should be sending receipts to the IEF and going, oh, this is for
Right?
the podcast.
You should be.
Yeah, no, I'm not. So. No, I'm a bad person because I don't run our nonprofit properly. I just give the money and I don't take any money back. So
You should, and then you can give it and actually get a receipt and claim it.
well, I have given 3 subs on here, so I've given a charitable donation, a
Please
nonprofit
claim that on your
charitable
taxes.
donation. I should, but I don't do it right. So yeah. Yeah, by the way, I guess we could, if you give enough money to us here, technically all of this money goes to our nonprofit, the InfoSec Education Foundation. So if you give us enough money that it's worth a tax deduction, we'll have to figure it out. But
I can give you our form. You can just use it's not too bad,
yeah,
to be honest.
part of it'll be on you to give me accurate records. But yeah, I don't know how we'll figure it out with all this stuff. To be honest, I don't know how we keep records. If they keep records by when people donated for what. But yeah, but yeah. Yeah, I don't care about Paul Oakenfold. Yeah, I loved DerbyCon, but I just did not get into any of the music stuff. Didn't they have Dead Mouse there or something like at one time?
Yeah, they were okay.
Dude, the dude wearing the big ass hat thing with the lights in it.
I don't remember.
Danger? No, not Danger Mouse. Was it Danger Mouse?
I
I'm
want to say
old.
Modest Mouse, but that wasn't right. I'd
No,
love to see Modest Mouse.
that's mod. No, that's Modest Yahoo. That's not Modest. Yeah. Wait. So pastry death. Wait a second. I have an idea. Y'all should do a reality TV show where you lock me in a house and train me to be the world's best hacker.
Well, isn't
Well,
that
wait.
what's his face?
If we lock you in the house and train you to be the world's best hacker, are you going to be able to do it before you starve to death? I guess I'm not making. Yeah. I guess we'll unlock the door and actually feed and give the person water. But
Hold on, let me call Mitnick. I think you'd have to take that
oh,
title away from him.
or Jonathan Data or whatever the hell his name is on Twitter. Oh my God, that guy, Jonathan Data. Oh my goodness, you don't know who this is?
No.
Wow, I thought you were
Is
all
it
in on all the
the
drama.
investigator guy?
Yeah,
Is
let
it
me
the guy
go.
that blocked me a while ago?
He probably did, but yeah, he's just doubling down on the craziness. Jonathan Data, Jonathan Scott, yeah, this guy. Yeah, he's something. I'll tell you what. Think. I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna pop that into our Zoom chat because I don't want to publicly name and shame that person
Jonathan
necessarily.
Scott.
He's a big fan of blocking people and pretty much saying he's world's best hackers.
Oh, he's
And
not blocked me yet. I have more followers than he does. He
yeah,
can't be that great.
yeah, he thinks he's the guy who's going to hack Twitter and find people's locations. Yeah, pastry death. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
People don't ever block Info Sister on purpose.
I beg to differ.
Yeah. So some people actually know who we're talking about here. So that's interesting. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is great. Shit talking 101 with Brian and Amanda.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else do we want to go after?
First and last stream we have with Brian and Miss Berlin because Brian's going to get blacklisted or whatever.
I'll just like publicly list my block list of people. Like, these are the people you want to stay away from because they're all mean.
These are the assholes in your neighborhood, in your neighborhood, in your neighborhood. Anyway, so I posted, there was a link that I had posted in our Discord today about how iframes are now, again, the new hotness because they make phishing nearly invisible because they're not calling
it browser thing.
Yeah, they're calling it the browser in browser attack, where you pretty much create an iframe that's specially modified and doesn't have like a border, and it looks like a nice pop-up of an authentication screen and what have you. And they said, before you go clicking on a page, always check the URL and whatever. And they're saying, well, now there's one more way to get around that, and they've found out that using single sign-on options embedded in websites. Researcher used Canva as an example. Login window for Canva is shown. Pop-up asks users to authenticate via their Google account. But the problem is, it looks like a legitimate it looks like a legitimate pop-up box that you can move around, and it's been carefully formatted to look like a Windows, login box and whatever. And you can move it around with your mouse, and it looks legit. Pastry, according to the OWASP top 10 for 2021, I believe injection is number 4 now. I think we saw yesterday when Queen and AJ and I were online. OWASP top 10. Yeah, 2021. They've consolidated them. I think we were talking about that. No, injection is number 3 of 10. Number 1 is broken access control. Now, whether it's still the most used exploit, yeah, it could very well be. I mean, SQL injection, or I would say, yeah. I mean, yeah, and they've collapsed a lot of things together between 2017 2021. But yeah, I mean, in terms of ease of use, I mean, there's so many other ways you can do injection these days. There's, NoSQL and, just regular SQL stuff. But
All right. Well, I need to go to bed.
you need to go to bed. How old are you?
Like 4 hours of sleep last night.
Is that it? Well, you know what? Somebody had to go to a Tool concert last night, didn't they? They just had to go to a Tool concert.
I was officially arm candy. I couldn't not go.
See, it's just the opposite for me. I'm the trophy husband, so my wife's the real talent here. I just, I'm just the pretty thing, that the PYT that hangs on her arm. So
it's a hard job. Somebody's got to do it.
I know, right? Any thoughts on the announcement of Cyber Incoming Day? I don't know what that is, Todd. Miss Berlin, if you need to drop off, feel free to do so. We can.
I do.
Okay.
I'm going to fall asleep.
Okay.
Tell me what Cyber Incoming is later.
Okay. Well, before you leave, tell people how they can find you online if they don't already, and that way, we'll have it for the audio podcast.
Obviously, on this Twitch stream.
Exactly.
Now, when I become admin.
I will make you a moderator. I will make you a moderator, and we'll get you set up with Streamlabs and some things, and show you how to make some overlays and stuff. So.
And Discord when I get on there.
Yeah.
I'm not on there yet.
Okay.
And then Twitter at InfoSister.
Right. And of course, Hackers Health, which
no blocking.
I'm going to be.
Or you can block me. It's fine. You'll miss out on some quality content. That's
right. That's some quality shit posting right there. So here's our link to our Discord again, just in case some of the newcomers didn't catch it. We do have a moderator, moderation bots, and a code of conduct for everybody. So that's available. And yeah, okay. Well, go ahead and take off, Ms. Berlin. Have a good night.
Those of us on the East Coast are tired.
Yeah. I mean, it is almost 11 o'clock your time, so but.
Alrighty.
All right. Good night.
See y'all later.
Okay. Have a good one.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. And that was our show this week. Take a look on our Twitch channel. You can like and subscribe. If you have a Prime account, you get 1 free sub, which you could give to us if you'd like, or you can give to somebody else. It doesn't cost you anything. You get it as part of your Amazon Prime membership. We would appreciate that, because Amazon does give us that money that you would normally have to pay $4.99 to be able to do subscription fee for. We have about at the time of this, and 1st of April, we have about 60 hours of content on our Twitch stream. So some of it's news, some of it is Hack the Box, some of it's Try Hack Me stuff. We're going through the bug bounty tracks and what have you. Come join us. We always love to have people who we can talk to. Otherwise, we end up talking to ourselves. So you can follow me on Twitter at BrianBreak. The podcast and Twitch are at BreakSec. Mr. Betcher is at BetcherPwned, and Miss Berlin is at InfoSister. Mr. Betcher is the creator of a tool called Log-MD, LogMD, to hear him tell it, to configure your Windows devices for proper logging. There's some other things that he does as well. It's a free tool, but it does have a freemium model. So if you find there's more things if you pay for a license, like some forensics tools. And Miss Berlin, of course, she does a lot with Hackers Health on Twitter, Hackers Health, and bringing awareness to mental health issues in the InfoSec community. So check out Hackers Health. Also InfoSec Roleplay, her tabletop RPG-like incident response workshops are apparently going very well. So if you have a chance to go check those out on Twitter, go do so, and sign your company up for an IR tabletop where you can be the cleric of CISO cleric or what have you. So and you get fun dice for it too. So all right, everyone, take care of yourselves. Have a great week. Be kind to one another, and take care of yourselves, because you're the only you have. And we'll talk to you again soon.